All right, welcome back. You're watching Business Today with me, Abi Agina. And right now I want to take you live to Kakamega County, where we've been covering for you the ongoing Mkulima Expo 2021 as farmers converge together to chart out solutions that can help the agricultural sector drive change. Well, my colleague Willie Lusige is standing by at the Calro site in Kakamega. Lusige, great to see you. A lot of things to learn. I can hear some chickens in the background.
Many thanks, Abby. Definitely this is a home ground for chicken because this is Kakamega, and also one of the delicacies here in Western is chicken. We're here at Carlo Ruminant Research Institute, and where we want to have a concern and what we can term as a discussion on what they have been doing here, the kind of research that they have been doing, and what have they achieved so far, because this is all about agriculture, research, and also livestock, and how to improve in terms of the economy, what farmers have been producing before and what now they can be able to produce from what they have done here as the research, and also the final products, which entails much of what you can say value addition. I have the person in charge of this institution. I'll be speaking to him. Karibu sana kwenye KTN News and also KTN Farmers. Briefly tell us what you have been doing here so far.
My name is Dr. Joseph Munyasi. I'm the Institute Director of Non-Ruminant Research Institute here in Kakamega, and our focus mainly has been on non-ruminant value chain, which includes very many programs, especially on development and even extension of non-ruminant technologies. And one of our focus here actually has been, as the presenter has said, it's about indigenous chicken here in Karo, Kakamega, and Karo as a whole. We have developed an improved indigenous chicken, which we have been focusing on all through, and even making the farmers to be able to get. Apart from the chicken, I know this is research which covers many other programs. We also conduct research on various food crops, because when Karo Non-Ruminant Institute was formed here, there was other programs which were going on. So we could not leave them behind. We have a lot of work that is going on maize. We have a lot of work that has been going on also on developing some technologies on beans. We have a lot of work that has been going on cassava, including even the indigenous vegetables, and also on other programs, including even developing some banana tissue plants, which most of the farmers in this region really prefer.
And you have testimonies, you have achievements.
Right now, as we are talking, our improved indigenous chicken has been really been extended to several farmers within Western Kenya. Most of them have been coming to buy the improved indigenous chicken because of its quality above all other indigenous chicken. For instance, most of the farmers prefer our improved indigenous chicken because it produces more eggs. For instance, in a year, it can even be able to produce between 200 and 300 eggs. And also, its growth rate is very high because within 3 to 4 months, it will start laying, and also it will have also gained the weight of about 1.2 kilograms, which you cannot be able to get from any other chicken.
Thank you so much. And most of our viewers, most definitely, they are concerned. What kind of chickens are these? What kind of eggs do these improved kind of chickens lay? And that's why we want to show you some of them. We have the eggs, we have the young chicks, and we have the person who is in charge of this kind of research and has been able to come up with this new breed of chicken that is kienyeji, but can take a shorter period of time to mature, can produce more meat. He has said more than 2 kgs, which is not normal from the common kind of chicken that have been reared here since I was born, while I was young up to now. And then also we have been told they are resistant to diseases. That's why we want to speak to one of the ladies here who has been the champion behind this. Briefly tell us your name, what have you been doing here, especially to do with chicken, and so far what have you achieved that you can show Kenyans as a Non-Ruminant Institute you have been able to crack more ideas about rearing the local chicken.
My name is Anne Washira, and to improve on the breed that we have developed, the Caro improved breed. We have management practices in feeding kienyeji kukus and also in hatching for the production of day-old chicks, and also in brooding, which we are showing to the farmers today. Yes.
So you are showing them the whole process from rearing the chicks until they mature, how they can lay their own eggs, how you can incubate them, the entire process.
Yes, we have management practices in the entire process, from the egg to hatching to feeding, and also to the selection of eggs for incubation.
So
Yes.
which varieties of chicken do you have?
We have two varieties. We have the KC1, which is spotted in color, and then we have the KC2, which is black in color. Yes, these are chicken which are able to grow faster and then produce more eggs, which are bigger. And the management practices are quite cheap, such that a farmer, a small-scale farmer, or our farmers, our low-income farmers, are able to use it to uplift their food security and their nutrition security using the products that produce the eggs and the meat, and also sell some for meat for money. Yes, the excess.
So in terms of numbers, like the eggs they can be able to lay compared to the normal ones, like the weight they can be able to produce at the end?
Under good management, the Caro chicken will be able to attain about 2 kilos at 4 months, which is the ideal weight for egg production. And then the males will be a bit higher, they will be about 2.5, which is the ideal weight for market, because the market does not want a very huge bird. In terms of eggs, the female will start laying between 4 to 5 months, and it is going to lay about 250 to 300 eggs in a year. Yes.
Okay. And in terms of feeding, because we know most of the chicken that I've been seeing here, they are free range, the ones that you allow them to move on their own and seek their own food. But these ones, they are still kienyeji, but they're improved. Do you still feed them the normal way that we do with the rest?
Yes, after 2 months of age, the Caro chicken is able to scavenge for its own feed resources and can survive and produce based on the leftovers from the kitchen and from the crop production from the farms. So it's able to scavenge and to feed for itself, for feed resources. Yes.
And then a question will be to a farmer who is working out there of chicken from the normal ones, and especially that this is more costly to produce them compared to the other ones that we let them work on their own.
I think compared to our old kienyeji chicken, this one is better because it will.
All right, apologies for that. I will be fixing that in a short while. Quite some interesting information gap coming out of various experts on the ground. We shall be crossing back to Lusigi in a short while. But before we get back to him, let's take a quick look at how our money markets are performing as of this hour. Well, the Kenya shilling has continued to remain subdued. It's trading at 110 to the dollar, selling at 110.24. The sterling pound is trading at 150 shillings and 39 cents, selling at 151.70. Quite a lot of dynamics have been happening across the globe, and this can be seen by how the currency markets have continued to operate. Well, lastly, we have the euro. The euro is trading at 133 shillings and 2 cents, buying, selling at 133.29. Well, the euro has remained relatively stable compared to the sterling pound as well as the US dollar, by the fact that the US dollar continues to operate at 110. Actually, it was at 109. Now it's at 110. This gives you really what the implications are. The US economy is gradually taking shape following the entry of President Joe Biden. And this simply also tells us that the shilling remains weak to the dollar. And this is not some good news for those who are importing most of their goods. They have to pay more to get the dollar. But for those in the expatriates working in Kenya, it is good news to them. They get some better returns on their money, as well as the sterling pound and the euro. Well, we want to take you back to Willie Lusige. I understand he is back online. And Willie Lusige, if you can hear me, I saw some crates of eggs by your side. Quite some interesting innovations happening down there. And be curious to find out. Now you can see some bales of hay, if I'm not wrong. Perhaps tell us more about what's happening here.
Definitely, these are bales of grass, and this is what we also want to showcase because they have a number of projects. The one that I had showed earlier about chicken and eggs was just one of them, but they have so many of them being lined up here and being showed to the farmers, and that's why we want also to find out more details. What is so unique about this, what you're seeing on your screen, and I'll be speaking to the person in charge. You can move a little bit closer so that we can discuss. He's still here with me. Kindly move to the other side and you can tell us what is this that we are seeing and how is it different from the normal hay?
Now, the technology that we are trying to demonstrate here is about how can we be able to utilize the crop residues from the field, especially the maize tubers and also the wheat straws and also the sugarcane tops. You find that in Western Kenya and some parts of Rift Valley, there is a lot of byproducts that we get from the maize, and then they are just left on the farm. So what we are doing here is that we are trying to add value to some of those byproducts, like the way you are seeing here. We have got what we call the total mixeration feed block, and this block, it is a total ration to feed our dairy animals. For instance, here we have developed this technology that especially during this time when the season is really keeping on changing and some dry areas, we can still be able to supply this to our farmers so they can feed to their dairy animals.
So it doesn't include grass?
No, this one, it does not include the green grass. This is the byproducts from the field. Especially like for instance, for this one, it is from the sugarcane tops. And you know, Western Kenya, after you have harvested your sugarcane, whatever remains on the farm, you just crush it and then you mix with other ingredients like the proteins and then salt and then molasses and then you, making this one the byproducts to be the larger quantity of the carry of the feed, and therefore we can be able to feed to the animals. And each 2 blocks which weigh about 10 kilograms, are able to feed one dairy animal, which can double. Farmers that we have interacted with, they say that it doubles the milk production.
Thank you so much. And I can see it has a number of things. It has urea, it has premix, it has molasses, and it has other ingredients to make it much better, and also for the animals to produce more milk. Let me, Abby, speak with also other guys here who have been doing a lot of research about fertilizer, especially that one that is specifically more productive here in Western, because we have a number of issues to consider when you're buying fertilizer. One of them is the type of soil, okay? But tell us, what do you have here? We have a number of varieties of fertilizer.
Yes, thank you very much for today. In front of us,
just move briefly as quickly as possible.
In front of us, it is Yara. Yara, we offer crop nutrition solution to farmers. We accept partnership. For example, here we follow Carlo recommendations. They have done soil tests, and in East Africa and most parts of Kenya, especially Western Kenya, there is need for zinc. So in front of us there is an NPK fertilizer called Yara Micro Planting. We recommend all farmers to use it as it's our blended fertilizer. It has all the required nutrients, that's NPK, plus additional sulfur and zinc.
So you provide fertilizer that is more, it has more minerals specifically for the soil of Western region.
Yeah, it's crop specific. It has all nutrients required by the crops. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And also we have another desk here which has also a number of things being shown. We can see samples of different types of seeds, but we want to focus more on some kinds of banana. You can take one of them and move a little bit closer because of the distance, so that we can show our viewers on what you guys produce here, and specifically the reason why you have such kind of unique bananas. Karibu sana, kindly move closer. Let's begin with your name, and we'll not talk about much of other things that you're showing here. But why these kind of bananas? Look at the camera, please.
Well, this kind of banana, one thing, it's free from diseases, and then it matures more uniformly, flowering at the same time, and then you can also multiply this rapidly.
So which kind of banana is this?
This one is called Fia 23. It is a ripening banana, but we also have other varieties which are for cooking, and all those are done in the lab. Yeah,
so this is a tissue culture kind of a banana.
Yes, it is. It is.
How is it different from the normal kind of the old conservative kind of bananas that we are used to?
Well, the difference with this is that this is disease-free, disease and pest-free, and also this one matures at 9 months, while the traditional one matures at around 14 months.
So the end product of this one is the same. The same one that I can see there at the end.
Yes, that's the end product. Then you find that they have bigger bunches, and also there is that uniformity. They grow in a uniform manner, and so it makes it very suitable for commercial purposes. Yes.
And you have developed it here?
Yes, we have developed this in our lab, and just to ensure that the farmer gets clean planting material. Yes.
So you can show us the end product. I can see it's here. This is the end product of the banana.
Yes.
But just kindly move on the other side. So you can see this is the final product of this kind of a tissue culture banana, which is a little bit bigger than the normal ones that we are used to, and also
it's uniform in growth, and the bunch is bigger, so that's the advantage of tissue culture bananas.
So you have said it takes a little bit shorter period of time to mature.
Period of time, that is 9 months, and also it matures uniformly, it flowers uniformly, and therefore matures uniformly, which makes it very suitable for commercial purposes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And as we wind up this one, I can speak to other, because of the distance, I can't be able to get there, but I'll be requesting them to move a little bit closer. As we wait for them, what are the other things that you're showcasing here?
Yes, now this is different stages of tissue culture development. Yeah?
This one? This is the first stage?
This is the first stage. That is the original material. It's called a mother plant. And then we do the initiation stage. That's the first stage. And then the second stage is multiplication stage. This is where now we form the shoots. After shooting, then we do the rooting. We make the roots. Then now transfer this to the outside environment.
So then it becomes a banana.
Yes, then it becomes a banana. Now this one is ready for planting in the field. Yes.
And then this is the final product when it matures.
This is the final product.
Okay, thank you so much. I've seen you guys with sweet potatoes. Kindly move a little bit closer, because this is Western and so many people are interested to do with these sweet potatoes. Just tell us briefly what variety are they, and how different are they from the normal sweet potatoes that we know?
Yes, Calro has developed a number of sweet potato varieties which are high yielding, and they have different types. We have the orange fleshed, like this one here, which is rich in vitamin A, that is good for nutrition. We also have the yellow fleshed and the white fleshed. All of them are good for both nutrition and food security.
And how are they different from the normal sweet potatoes?
They are different in the sense that they are yielding much higher than the local ones, and they're also resistant to virus diseases, which is a big problem in sweet potato production.
When I was growing up, I was being told sweet potatoes are planted in families where there's poverty, because they used to take very long period of time before they mature, and the products were not so much appealing. Are these different in terms of production?
Now, that is a concept we are trying to encourage farmers to go away from, because sweet potato is just as good as any other food, and it's not necessarily for poor families, and now you can find it even in very big hotels. The thing is, we can now make various products that are value added.
Like which one?
Suitable. For example, like the orange fleshed, we can make products like crackies, like crisps, like even mandazi or even cakes, which can even attract the younger generation that would have not preferred maybe the boiled sweet potato. So we now have sweet potato that is liked by across the market. Yes.
So you're doing also what we can term as value addition.
Correct. We do value addition, and we even train some farmers to do value addition to make different products of sweet potato, which are sold even in some supermarkets this time.
Okay, thank you so much. I've seen some ladies also here. I can see you have a variety of seeds, but I will not entail much about the maize. You have unique kind of vegetable, the traditional vegetable seeds. Kindly bring us quickly to what do you have here?
We have what we usually call the high value traditional crops, and for those seeds we concentrate on because most of our private seed sectors don't concentrate on that. And among them are the African leafy vegetable seeds. For some time now we've had farmers growing just the local ones from their farms, but recently breeders have started coming up with the improved varieties, which some grow as tall as you are, and from there a farmer can be able to get high yield. They have other advantages, especially nutrition, and this is what we are really encouraging farmers to grow so that the health of the population can improve. And especially during this time of COVID, you realize people are told to eat food that can boost their immunity, and African leafy vegetables are one of those crops. Yes. Yeah.
This is a conversation that we'll continue with it later, but because of time, those are some of the kind of researches that have been done here at the Non-Ruminant Institute of Research in Kakamega, and some of the produces that they have been able to produce, cutting all the way from chicken, rabbit, and even plants such as maize, and even the vegetables and sweet potatoes. So we'll be following up more in details, Abby, and also our viewers, for us to be able to give out more details what Carol has been doing and the kind of varieties that they have for our farmers.
All right, thank you so much, Willie Lusige. I wish we could continue talking about the great developments happening across the country, especially with agribusiness. I know many Kenyans are farmers. Lusige, are you a farmer?
I'm also a farmer. I'm trying a little bit.
All right, I'll make time to visit your farm one of these fine days. Well, unfortunately, that's where we have to wrap up business today. My name is Abby Agina. We thank the entire team that made this broadcast a success. And remember, the Mkulima Expo continues tomorrow, same time here on KTN News, as well as on KTN Farmers TV. Until next time, it is bye-bye from me, and keep safe.